Zionic. After 3 years of felony probation, my probation was discharged yesterday. Hey, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Still needed to do 360 hours of community service. Oh my Lord, that's a lot. But they converted to $100 fine, I'm free. Hey, that's amazing. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations, that is amazing. I'll take that all day. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Good for you, man. I bet it feels good. I bet it feels good. How does it feel? Keith, good morning, bro. Bolshoi, good morning. I know I'm late, I know. It's been that way lately. It's been that way. Today I'm late because I couldn't stop pooping, if I must be honest. Let's see, Bonnie, Bolshoi Kush. Ronnie James Dio, okay, Rambo in the Dark, or Alice Cooper, Poison. So Dio is a better singer, right? In my opinion. He can hit that range. But I'm going Alice Cooper just for the cool factor. Almost real, not supposed to convert them hours, so man, hey, listen. I'm really happy for you, bro. Really happy for you. Although, you know, we'll gladly take the probation over being locked up. Probation still sucks. Yes, it's great to be free, but it still sucks. So I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy. Can't wait to be off mine. Let's see, Bullshit Kush. Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen. Or Cheap Trick. I want you to love me. I'm going with Come on, Eileen. Good morning, David. Nathan, good morning. What up, what up? Oh, man. You know what's funny, Nathan, is Chris was supposed to go train after that, but he didn't have a babysitter, so he texted me a couple hours later, said that he was, like, laying on the floor in a major, like, carb coma after that. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Joshua, I don't know, buddy. Let's see how the cardio Q&A goes, and if it's going good, I'll stay on for a while. I kind of base it on you guys. There's three factors that I base it on. You guys and what kind of action we got going on. Number two is whether or not I have anything holding me back, like back, groin, knees, whatever. And number three would be me having to go to the bathroom. But I like to get those out of the way, those bathroom trips out of the way before I get on here. Cardio Q&A, if you guys are new, you can ask me anything. I'll do my best to answer it. Unapologetically vegetarian, good morning, hello there. How are you today? Thank you, I'm good. I appreciate you. Take off the beanie, I'll take it off for 1 second. And then it's going back on. The first half of the day is beanie time. Raibesh, Amatia, thank you. Big Sexy, what's going on? Creative Fro, what is going on? I'm glad you liked that ad video, thank you. Big Sexy, yes, TRT and GH. Listen, Nathan, you saw I took some nice chunks out of those cookies that day, but that was actually how I broke my fast that day. Ugh. Broke my fast with some cookies, man. No, not bald. I got plenty of hair, thank God. Thank you, Jesus, for all this hair still. I don't want to lose my hair. How long have I been working out? I have been working out 30 years, actually. I used to say that it was about 30 years, but now it actually officially is 30 years. I'll be turning 44 soon, and I started working out in 8th grade. So, about 30 years serious now. Let's see, I lost 100 pounds in 2 years, fast. Wow, 100 pounds in 2 years is awesome, man. Very, very good. Did you do a lot of fasting, Big Sexy? Am I on the spectrum? No. No. Nope. My parents tested me for all sorts of things when I was young. They were trying to get me medicated. It turned out I just had a lot of energy. Fallen Angel says, my heart is enlarged from steroids. Yeah, I do have some slight enlargement. I went through a full cardiologist check when I was about 35 or 6, I believe. They did everything. Heart monitor, EKG, did it all. And she said I was in great shape. They said everything looked great. Then when I got out of prison, I did a calcium score test. And my calcium score was 0, so I was happy about that. Next up, I'll do an angiogram. Mark Doug says, good morning, PJ. Any tips to fight the flu? I was told to take extra zinc. So when you get sick like that, here's what you do. This is what I always do. Vitamin D, take 50,000 IUs a day for 3 or 4 days. Blast it hard. 50,000 IUs. Normally I take 10,000 every day, but you go right up to 50,000. I used to be able to get the 50,000 capsules from one of my doctors around here. She would prescribe them to you for the flus and things like that. Now the vitamin C, I would do 2,000 milligrams, probably 3 times a day. So you'll get 6,000 total for the day, but you can take more than that. It's water soluble, so you just pee it all out. I'm in Florida. Hi, beautiful. How's your little thing? Really? Can you put it on any tighter? You look cute. You look cute. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta say bye. My wife's going to work.
Maybe I should just wear it today.
See how it feels.
Because this is all like weird too.
See how it feels. All right, we're back. Let's see here. Sorry for if I've missed any questions. You can poke fun at me, White Boy Rick. I don't mind. Nathan says, have you noticed anytime someone says breakfast of champions, it usually means they're about to consume some bullshit? Absolutely. Either that or they're slamming some booze early in the morning. That used to be my whole old back when I was drinking heavily. But Big Sexy, I'm in Florida. What kind of work do I do for a living? That's a good question. Right now, I work for Excel Auto. They tune exotic automobiles. They work on exotic automobiles. Once I'm done with probation, I will go back to the company that I own, Blackstone Labs. Legally, the government won't allow me to be a part of it right now. Let's see. Unapologetically Vegan says, you're my second live stream I've been in. And my first one was Blue username. People were targeting me for no reason. I said nothing. Well, listen, hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm just going to call you vegetarian. We welcome everybody in here. No bullying. Let's see. Hopefully this one is more. Hey, please share your experiences. We want to hear it. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Mark Dog, welcome. Let's see. The Breeders, Cannonball, good one, or Sonic Youth, I Want to Be Your Dog. Man, that was a good song, Cannonball. That was a good song. I'm going Breeders on that one. Anything that helps promote vascularity and thicker veins. Well, the number one thing when it comes to vascularity truly is genetics. Some people have way more surface veins than others, even when they're at a higher level of body fat. Number 2 is the lowest level of body fat. The lower your body fat is, the more you'll see those surface veins. So you could probably flop those as far as order of importance. Like, for instance, me, let's say my body fat is down to, according to my thing, around 11%. And you can see I have veins that come out. I'm not pumped anymore, but all those veins come out, even in my traps. I'm just a more vascular person, you know what I mean? But as I get leaner, they start to show even when I'm not pumped, So there are guys that get a really, really low level of body fat, and don't have a lot of veins, they're not as vascular, but any kind of vasodilation product, nitric oxide boosting product, that opens up the capillaries is going to pump the blood more. So this was part of the reason why I designed that product, Hype, was to get as much vasodilation as possible. So, you know, things like Viagra, Cialis, cause a tremendous amount of vasodilation, which will bring that vascularity out. But without the combination of surface veins and low body fat, it doesn't matter. Bolshoi Kush, Peter Gabriel, Steam, okay. Or Howard Jones, What is Love? You know, as far as Peter Gabriel songs go, I'm not, Steam wasn't one of my favorites. I'm going Howard Jones on that one. What is Love's a good one. Classic. It's a bad sign if you never get sick. Well, I don't know about that. A lot of that comes down to the luck of the draw, too. My grandpa never gets sick. He just has a crazy immune system. And he prides himself on the fact that he has never taken antibiotics either. He's old school as hell. But in his late 80s, he got prostate cancer. They caught it fast, slow moving, he's fine. And now he's 92, still going strong, drives around in his car, goes all over the place, doing well. So he, just genetically crazy immune system, you know? So some people have bad luck, man. Some people, you know, a lot of times people that have young kids bring home stuff all the time, they get sick a lot. So we'll see if that happens to me now when I have my little son going to school, because it seems like all my friends with kids get sick all the time once their kids start going to school. What workout do I recommend? I recommend doing whatever makes you happy. Whether it's CrossFit, powerlifting, bodybuilding, running, whatever makes you happy, that's what you gotta do. Can we see my wife? She left already, she went to work, but I got some videos with here on my channel if you wanna check them out. Thin Lizzy, the boys are back in town, or T-Rex 20th Century Boy. I'm going the boys are back in town on that one. The boys are back in town. I have a super cool song called Lobster 2.0. If you play music, okay, I'll check it out. Elton John, Rocket Man. Or David Bowie, Space Oddity. Wow, this is a tough one, Bolshoi. That is a tough one. Because I really, really love Space Oddity. But, man, Rocket Man, oof. Truly a classic. I think I'm going David Bowie though on that one. What do you think? What do you think, Bolshoi? What is the crowd? Let's get the crowd in on that one. That was a tough one. Does my wife pay the bills? Currently, yes, she is paying a majority of the bills because of the legal situation that I've gotten myself in. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky to have her. The only thing that I am really able to, outside of the little paycheck that I have right now, bring to the table is because she is an employee at my company, we have very, very, very good health insurance, thankfully. So, let's see, Joe Gold homemade equipment was so much better than either. There was some very, very good equipment made years ago. A lot of the old equipment is better, I agree. I grew up in the 90s and you could go, a lot of old school gyms had equipment that you can't find anywhere today, unfortunately. That was way better than a lot of the stuff now. I haven't used some of this fancier stuff though. I will say I haven't used any of this like new tech and stuff like that yet. I haven't tried it yet. I heard it's good. Martin Terry, you look awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for saying that. it was rough to be in prison without the weights and the terrible food, and seeing what happened to my body and everything else was ugh. Psychologically, I'm still not even over that all the way, but I'm glad to be working out every day and doing cardio and feeling good again. Big Sexy, I owned a company, excuse me. In case the feds are listening, I'm not a part of it. Yes, we understand that. Sorry. Force of habit after all these years. Since I started it in 2012, I have a company called Blackstone Labs that makes nutraceuticals, exercise and health supplements, bodybuilding supplements. In fact, Big Sexy, in 2016, made the Inc. 500 27th fastest growing company in the United States. Mud, I'm finishing up. I got sentenced to 54 months in federal prison for introduction of an unapproved drug was the title that they slapped on it. Thank you, Big Sexy. They were questioning me being... Listen, I don't have any problem with you being vegetarian, unapologetically vegetarian. You do what makes you feel happy and makes you feel good. That's a personal thing. How many Kamala Harris signs do you have in your yard? 0. Absolutely no Kamala signs here. This is a pro-Trump household. So I'm finishing up my sentence now, Mud. I'm finishing up. I got 3 years of probation to go through. Very strict guidelines, too. What do I think true men should be like? I think men should provide for their family. I think that men should be strong. They should set an example for their children. I think that they should be hardworking. I think that men, if they have children, should be stern, yet show them love, but make sure they understand how to treat their mother the right way. And I think that they should be present as much as possible. My opinion on what a man should be like has changed as I've gotten older. Rewatched the 83 Olympia of Bertle Fox over Lee Haney. Where can I watch that, Badabuco? No, my crimes did not involve violence. My crimes involved a nutritional supplement that the government felt was very similar to some ingredients that were already banned, even though they weren't banned. And so we fought very hard for years against the government, and we lost. Wolverine, okay, I'm cool with a man being like Wolverine. Get a little adamantium on the bones. I don't, as far as Cialis or Viagra goes on the subject of it, do I need it? No. But I certainly love it. The difference in erection with Cialis or Viagra versus nothing is considerably different. It's just a matter of, and also this kind of changes when you get older too, because when I was young, I used to love taking Cialis because I would just meet chicks and just go to town on them. You can last considerably longer, but as you get older, you realize that a lot of girls don't want that. They want you to finish the job. So, it's definitely fun. What are my thoughts on turkesterone? So my company was one of the first companies to actually put a Turk product out. We have a product called Myostack. And the thing that makes ours different, and be wary of this, guys, is ours is a pure extract. So it's literally 50 times stronger than if you're just taking the turkesterone leaf, which I think is pointless. You need a lot of it to get benefit from it. So if you're not taking an extract, you're probably just pissing your money away. There are a couple people that have extracts also. We're not the only ones. We're the first. So I think that my own personal experience, that I had to take a little more of it, even with the extract, to notice much change. But what I did notice was that I got leaner while I was taking it, possibly because of its benefits on protein synthesis. It didn't make me any stronger, but I did notice that I got leaner, for sure. And I had a nice quality fullness to it while I was taking it. A lot of my natural people really like it. But again, if you're not taking an extract, you got to take a lot of it. Lively Cut says, I took Trenet at 17 for football. I think it messed me up for life. Well, I don't know if it messed you up for life, but I'm sure it messed you up. There's of course, ways to fix yourself, but it often requires hormone replacement therapy. Sway Garcia is here. Oh, we're talking about the kids bringing home the germs? Yeah, man, I hear about it a lot. Nathan says, I think there's something not taking antibiotics in mainstream medicine. Yes, I think that, there was a period of time, I think, really, in the 80s and 90s specifically, where doctors were prescribing antibiotics for literally everything, which is really bad. Because a lot of times there's a virus going on, some sort of flu, and the antibiotics actually do nothing for it. And you're just taking these antibiotics that are destroying your microbiome, killing all the good bacteria in your stomach, and actually not doing anything for the virus that you have. So people, I think, have gotten smarter on that stuff. Now, that being said, there are certain bacterial infections that are very dangerous, that without antibiotics you will die. But again, we're talking about bacteria versus virus. So, did I smile on my mugshots? No, I didn't. I just sat there. What is the sole purpose of live streaming videos? Mine are to answer questions, help people out, motivate people, inspire people. Jason or Freddie? I'm a Jason guy, but I love Freddie too. Aaron Stern or Nicole Wilkins? Nicole Wilkins. I love Nicole Wilkins. Both of them were great competitors. Both of them are nice girls. I have nothing, negative to say about either of them. Had a strange thing when we signed Aaron Stern and she disappeared years ago, which was a little weird. But Nicole Wilkins is really sweet. She's a really, really sweet girl, and I've always thought she was very beautiful. What's a beta? So you've got alpha and you've got beta. This goes back to Latin origin of words and their alphabet, right? The original, Latin alphabet. So in today's terms, when you hear people using alpha versus beta, the alpha is typically used to represent, in the instance of like an alpha male, the superior male, the apex male, whereas beta is the opposite of that, inferior, below. Robin, Dancing on My Own, or Billy Idol, Dancing with Myself. Dancing with Myself. Billy Idol, I'm going to pick every time. It's going to be hard for me to not pick a Billy Idol. I feel like Billy Idol's my spirit person animal. How much do I weigh? I'm about 236 or 7 these days. I gained a little bit of weight over the weekend. Have I ever tried ashwagandha? Yes, ashwagandha is good. It has its benefits. It's another one that you have to use a high dose of. 2 grams, for instance, to get the right effect of it. How long have I been married for? I actually got married this year. Ed Hardy or Von Dutch? Oh man, that is also a tough one, Scatman. I can't say that I have either of them these days. I suppose I'll go with Ed Hardy on that one. What did I go to prison for? On paper, it says introduction of an unapproved drug. Legion of Doom or the Bushwhackers? Oh man, Legion of Doom was great. But respect for the Bushwhackers also. Lumen or Dab? Man, I really liked Lumen. New World Muscle. I really liked Lumen. What about you? Okay, we've gotten the prison question numerous times. I'm not going to keep on answering it. Just ordered 6 Eradicate and 4 Electro. Keep stocked up on. Good, Luke. Let's see when you get your next blood work done what your estradiol looks like. Blackstone Labs has and continues to make the best products you'll find. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Let's see. Randy Iron Ray Mysterious, Brock Lesnar. Hey, also Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns. A lot of wrestling stuff I see coming on here. What is for dinner tonight? I'm gonna make some ground beef, brown it up in a pan, and eat it with some white rice for one of the meals. A little bit basic, I know. We'll have. I have to cook some chicken. I have a lot of cooking to do actually later. Recovery Dog says the gym I go to in Daytona Beach still has Blackstone logos on the walls. Oh man, tell them we appreciate that. What gym is that? Mike Jeff says, I'm big on the electric car, but I know why he's doing this with the oil to stop the war with Russia. I'm glad to see removing the mandate for the electric cars. I think that was over the top. Lively Cuts, we didn't go down though. That's the thing. We're still doing it strong. We still make the best supplements in the world. I went down, and I'm not allowed to be a part of it for a few more years, but you're not going to get a better pre-workout. You're not going to get a better vasodilator. As far as legal pro-hormones go, you're definitely not going to get better legal pro-hormones. Best tasting protein. I mean, we got products for everything. You know what, Edmund Romanoff, the Brownies, it's funny, the Brownies was, could I do something like that? Yes. That was an idea of a CEO of another company in the food space. So, you know, if I brought it back, I'd have to talk to him about his position on it. You know, I don't want to get sued for anything like that. What's my opinion on Charles Glass? All his bodybuilders have great upper chest. I see 83 Olympia highlights. Well, Badabuco, I think it's, you know, he works with guys that are genetically superior, you know? Do I think David Bowie was normal? I think he was pretty weird. Blind Melon, No Rain, or R.A.M. Shiny Happy People. Let's see. All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. Definitely Blind Melon. Who's bald? What else we got here? Are myostatin inhibitors worth it or garbage? That's the big thing. So the turkesterone is supposed to be a myostatin inhibitor. I think we kind of made a mistake of titling the product Myostat back then for that reason, because I think a lot of people are steer away from those products. So when turkesterone came out and people were like, why don't you have a turkesterone product? I was like, we do, it's Myostat. I think that as far as what you're gonna spend money on though, there are plenty of other things that should come up first before you start experimenting in that range. But certain people do really well with them. At first I look like Kurt Angle. Listen, hey, whatever you think I look like, I've gotten Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. I don't think either of them are handsome, but hey, I guess I'm not handsome. What can I do? What is the best way to lose body fat on a treadmill? Meaning what level would speed? Really, as far as fat burning goes, guys, if you want to get the most out of your cardio, because all of your exercise, you're burning calories, period. It's what kind of calories are you going to burn? Can you just burn fat? You really can't. You're burning calories. Now, you can structure things in a way that are more beneficial for burning fat. For instance, if you do cardio after a workout and you've burned up all your glycogen stores. But as far as the most effective way, the HIIT cardio, not the slow stuff like I'm doing, high intensity, ramp your heart rate up, bring it back down, is going to be the most efficient way to burn the fat, for sure. It's a lot harder, but you get a lot done fast. Stumpy, what up? Game. Can I fit in a Mini Cooper? You know what? I've actually never been in a Mini Cooper, but I think I probably can. I'm not as big as you might think. Can any of the supplements you take make your balls shrivel? Well, testosterone therapy, once you're on that testosterone therapy, your balls will shrink. But it's not like, well, I suppose it's different for everyone, you know? It's not like your balls disappear. Will they go down inside? Yes, absolutely. But that's because your body gets a signal that it doesn't have to produce excess testosterone because there is an exogenous source in the body cranking through it, so they atrophy. But it's a matter of the dramatic difference of what you get from having that testosterone in your therapy versus not. I have never taken finasteride. No, fortunately, I've never had issues with my hair. Lucky. That being said, maybe if my hair was falling out really fast, I would have gotten into it, but I've never had to deal with that. Lenny Kravitz, American Woman, or the Doors, break on through to the other side. I'm going Doors on that one. I love the Doors. A lot of smoke shops have Kratom, you're right. Do I feel for Selena Gomez's crying video that she leaded? I thought that video was hysterical, Bolshoi. Hysterical. I love seeing the celebs melt down. It's so crazy and weird. It's such a wacky world we live in. Stumpy says, I give a police officer $100 to just lock me up for the night just to see what it's like. Well, county jail sucks. That's where they're going to throw you. You'll be in there with a bunch of, you know, fentanyl heads and crack addicts, depending on where you live in the country. Any blind date story that didn't go well? Well, I've told the story of me getting catfished before. We don't need to hear that one again by the very large girl. The real question is Blake Lively or Justin Baldoni. Come on, man, you know that Baldoni is not a bad dude. You know that he's getting bullied on that Hollywood gossip. Scatman and Victor getting in on the on the Latin here with us today. Selena Gomez should make some of her $1 million mansion sanctuary homes. That would be a good idea. I support that. Tango Bob, what's going on? Paul James, what's going on? 57 kilos. I got to do the math in my head. So a kilo is 2.2 pounds. How old are you, Stumpy? Mixed ashwagandha with kratom. What happened? You got really relaxed? What kind of kratom did you use? Yeah, I liked Lumen, Keith. Waxing on the chest. No, I got some little black hairs there if you look close. Phenibut is good. It's just my thing with Phenibut. A lot of people ask me about Phenibut. So Phenibut is habit forming. And it can really cause a strong physical withdrawal if you've been taking a lot of it for a while. That's why when it comes to our Phenibut product, that is an amazing product, anesthetized, there's a lot of Phenibut in there. I tell people to try not to take it more than 2-3 times a week. Try not to rely on it because you'll develop withdrawals trying to come off of it. She did have a lot of issues, Nathan. You're right. You're right. A lot of wrestling talk in here today. Interesting. Every day I have 1 pound of grass-fed beef and 6 whole eggs. Oh, I like that. I like your style. Quality. Total Nutrition Gym. Oh, that's where they got the banners. Tell them I said thank you. What's the name of this stuff you got there? Could you drop the tag on the bottom? Which stuff? I'm lost in what we're talking about right now. We're talking about so many things. Smoking Aces or Machete and that cookie stop. I heard they say they make brownies too. Maybe they can bring back your brownies. Yeah, they make CBD stuff in there, Edmund. Extreme, More Than Words, great song. Or Cinderella Heartbeat Station, man. More Than Words is a great song. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me. You know the rest, Bolshoi. Keenan and Kel or Cousin Skeeter? Can I take Key and Peele over both of them? I guess Keenan and Kel. When I seen Flex Wheeler on ESPN 1989, Mr. California, his body looked like a human action figure. Yeah, young Flex Wheeler was incredible. Incredible. So round and so much separation. Can I turn my test back on after not taking PCT? If you're lucky. If you're real lucky, but most of the time, no. Get that rent in, Zionic. Let's see, Mud says, you seem to be based on this and you're answering all the questions. I appreciate that, Mud. I do my best. I can't answer all of them just because, listen, I'm not omniscient. I don't know it all, but I do my best to answer what I can. Richard Hayes, no felony for you. Good. Keep them. They treat you a lot different, I noticed, once you have one of these things. Do I know about Shah Rukh Khan? No, I don't. Tell me about it. I can tell you guys a personal experience with Phenibut when I was formulating products back in the day. I was really experimenting with Phenibut a lot, all different dosages. I've even gone up to 5 gram dosing, which I strongly don't recommend. But I was experimenting with it for months. And at the time, this is going way, way back, I went to, my old partner and I, we took our girlfriends at the time to the Bahamas. And I didn't bring it with me. And it was a quick trip. It was a 3-day trip. Well, by the second day, I started feeling a little weird, having some issues with anxiety. And that night I had terrible insomnia. The day after that, I was having all sorts of heart palpitations. I was honestly drinking like crazy to try to chill myself out. And I had terrible insomnia that night and couldn't wait to get home from the trip. You know, that was 10 years ago, maybe more than that actually, probably 11, 12 years ago. So learned my lesson on that with the Phenibut. You know, Keith, I have a friend who's a wholesaler down here. Does Blackstone Labs send overseas? Yes, they do. You got the prescribed ketamine and it's a game changer. What have you used it for, Lively Cuts? I'm curious. I have some friends that used it for depression and seem to have benefited from it. I have another friend who went through a traumatic experience with his wife passing away, said he did it and didn't get anything out of it. Samira, hello, good to see you on here. Hi. I missed the ISO cream too, says 0313. I wish we could have did more than that. Who was my first celebrity crush? Yours was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'll have to think back. Who did I really have a crush on when I was young? I loved Belinda Carlisle. Showing my age a little bit with that one. I remember when I was a kid, thinking that seeing her on the TV, that she was so beautiful. Some of you guys will remember Belinda Carlisle from the 80s. I would say that was probably my first one. But I tell you, I loved, when I was young, when I was started to get into my early teens, I loved Jennifer Lopez, man. J-Lo was like she was the shit back then. I am just strolling away, Samira, answering all of the questions. Cardio Q&A, I will answer them all. Pete and Pete Adventures, or The Journey of Alan Strange. Pete and Pete, definitely. Heather Nees, good morning. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Where am I from? Originally, I am from Connecticut, but I live down here in Boca Raton, Florida. Sunny South Florida. Skank Hunt, what's going on? Why is there a buffalo here? Avenged Sevenfold or Bullet for My Valentine. Both great bands, but Avenged Sevenfold is one of my favorites. Seen them both live, both great bands live, but I really, really love Avenged Sevenfold. I am on testosterone, Oyram. Is it pink? Is what pink? For anxiety. Okay. Well, I hope that it's helping you. You know, I had a lot of issues with anxiety before I went to prison. I think that's what happens when you're fighting the government. And I'll tell you, for me, what helped me tremendously was Paxil. Paxil saved me. But once I went through everything in prison, I knew I wanted to get off of it. And I've been off of everything for over a year, and I'm anxiety free, so I feel good that I don't have to rely on anything. But I'll tell you, the Paxil was amazing for me. Sofia Vergara or Selma Hayek? Woo. Two stunners. I think I'm going Sofia Vergara on that one, but Selma Hayek also very beautiful. My height is 5'10". I'm shrinking. I was 5'11" when I was younger. I got measured though recently, and I am only 5'10" now. It's funny how that happens as you get older, and I am about 236 pounds. No shirt, but a hat. I took my shirt off to strap this belt on here. You can't really see it before I started today. My back's been acting up. This belt helps me out quite a bit. Selma Hayek was smoking hot in Dusk Till Dawn. Jimmy, I got out of prison October 13th. So a little over a year. I started probation. I had to go to house arrest. And I started probation April 25th. Whew. We're hitting 44 minutes, guys. I'm going to probably get moving soon. Jack's here hanging out. So is the Weasel. Do I think I'll hit 225 by your birthday? I could, if I shut it down, which I haven't been. This is how bad I was, Edmund. I've been indulging quite a bit. So I was 232, and my body fat hit 10.5. I was so excited. In a matter of a mere 4 days, guys, my body fat is back up to 11%. It went 10.7, 10.8. Once it hit 11 on Sunday, Marissa was like, why are you weighing yourself when you're eating so much? What do you expect it to be? I said, I'm just curious. But I overindulged for a few days. Jimmy, I went to prison, so on paper, the charge that they wrote was introduction of an unapproved drug. So it was kind of worded differently at different times because I'm the first person to ever go to prison for this. They had to make a new law for us, but it's essentially, I guess you could say it's like an analog law. It would fall under that kind of classification. I sold a product called Super DMZ. It had 2 ingredients in it, dimethazine and methylstenbolone. And those 2 ingredients, they were not banned, but they were similar to some banned ingredients. And so they felt they were too similar that we shouldn't have been selling it, and they, that's the way it went. The dogs are just chilling. They love being by me. It's the cutest thing. No Mercy, where do you go? Or Enrique Iglesias, be with you. No Mercy. What supplements are your recommendation for building muscle from Blackstone? I mean, it really depends on what level you want to get to. I mean, look, Blackstone Labs has creatine, which everybody can take creatine. Creatine is tried and true. Sure, it's basic, but, I don't recommend not taking it. But if you want to step up to the strong stuff, you go right to the top, then you go to Methaquat Extreme. You pop one of those bad boys every day. Whew. Muse, Aftermath, or Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. I'm going Dire Straits on that one for a little snazzy guitar playing. What superpower would I like to have? Good question. I like that. That's an intellectual question, challenging me to think a little bit. I wouldn't mind having the Wolverine super healing powers, considering I'm always getting hurt. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Backstreet's back, all right. I think I'm going NSYNC. Actually, Scatman. I think I'm going NSYNC. Speaking of Backstreet Boys, did you guys watch that special on Netflix about the guy that created them? What a crazy, I forget what it's called. It was very interesting though. I can't work with Diddy, he's locked up. Locked up, cause he's locked up, they won't let him out. What is the new goal? Wait, for the Project Freak series, I think you should try to make sure listen, I need him to get 200 pounds. I'll be very happy when I see him over 200 pounds. Very happy, Edmund. His body is not want to gain weight. Bolshoi, who do you go with? Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Jimmy, I did 22 months. 22 months. Tom Petty, Free Falling, great song. Or Tears for Fears, shout, shout, let it all out. I think Tom Petty though, I like Free Falling. Free falling, now I'm free falling. Weirdest gay mail or message you ever received? I mean, I had a guy, Bolshoi, on Snapchat that kept on sending me videos of himself dildoing his own butthole and telling me that he wished it was me. It was so gross. And I was so blown away by it. I remember showing my video guy, Eric, I was like, look at this. And he was like, oh, why are you showing me this? And I was like, just because I want somebody else to see that this keeps happening to me. And he was like, why are you not blocking him? And I was like, I don't know. I told him, I said, hey man, stop sending me these. I'm cool with you being a fan. I don't want to see this anymore. And he was like, I can't help it. That was definitely the weirdest. Any chance of me switching to some hit intervals? Oh man, maybe I'll make a video. I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys though while I do it. I don't got the lungs for that these days. I like the Disturbed cover of Shout is a very good cover. I think they did a great job with it. Hi, Weasel. All right, guys, 49 minutes and 39 seconds. I officially have to go to the bathroom. But yeah, I can't help it. I mean, hey, listen, what was I supposed to say to him, Nathan? He literally said, I can't help it. I can't stop. You look like you cry yourself to sleep while whacking because you can't finish. Not finishing is a terrible place to be in. I've been there before. The Paxil will actually make you have a really hard time finishing. That was one thing I really didn't like about it. As amazing as it was for anxiety and things like that, it was very, very difficult. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to get off of it, especially with trying to have a baby, with wanting to have a baby really bad, John Doe. So I can tell you this, buddy boy, we wanted to have a baby, and my wife is 8 months pregnant, so I made it happen. But yeah, that's a side effect of Paxil. So I can tell you this, I've had other guys talk to me about that too on Paxil. As beneficial as it is, it's a rough side effect. You can crack all the jokes you want, John Doe. I'm just cracking back. That's what we do on here. You come on here every day. You guys can say whatever you want in here. We do it all. Skin I Live With, Banderos, or Face Off with Travolta and Cage. Oof. Listen, Face Off's one of my favorites, Bolshoi. Is my gym exclusive or public? It's private recovery, but that doesn't mean I won't let certain people in there if they ask nicely. The milkman is happy. Fetal position in the shower vibes. Yes, Scatman, it's the worst. You guys want to see Jack and Weasel? Hold on. Oh, Weasel. Jack, I'm done, buddy. You waiting for me? All right, buddy. I'm done. All right, they're being patient. Hey, guys, thank you for doing this with me today. Great session, great questions, good banter, a lot of comedy. Brandon, what's going on? We just finished. I'll be back tomorrow, of course. I'll try to be better about being on time for 9 a.m. But, I really love doing this with you guys. So God bless each and every one of you. I love you all. Peace out. Bye, guys.